Got for music. Should play something. Ow! Why do I always blast my own ears out? Alright, there we go. Quiet in the background, that's fine. Just gotta do a tweet now. I love how scuffed it is, huh? Oh, don't do that, come on. Hmm. Hey. Zoom out a bit. There we go. Wonderful. That there, this here. Oh, my avatar is cute. Thanks, Azzy B. If only my voice was as cute, you know? I'll talk about it in a minute. Close those. Open that. Hit that button. Press save, you idiot. Ah. Yelling at my own computer like an old man. Ah, yeah. Where do I fall on the LGBT spectrum? Questioning would probably be the best way to put it. Char keeps calling me an egg. He's not entirely wrong. My first stream I was trying to do... I do a voice for my character Vespa. She is my TRPG character. Tabletop gaming. D&D. Dungeons and Dragons.
I do a voice like this at the table.
But obviously I can't maintain that for hours. I tried it first. My first stream, Play the Spire. You could probably listen back to that and just hear how much pain I was in. Well, that's what the Babaniku tag means. It's a Japanese one. Hello, Anubis! Welcome to the stream. Anubis is doing a whole bunch of art for a whole bunch of people. They just got back into streaming after a few weeks of, let's call it downtime. Or Anubis. Why am I doing mad face? Come on. Come on, Notch. What do you fix this? Don't just become racist and live a billionaire lifestyle? What the fuck? Come on, Notch. You made Minecraft. Well, if he's looking for more players, I'm currently dry. I'm completely dry on Dungeons & Dragons. Everybody's sessions are on hiatus for college. I did want to talk about some stuff. This is... At the end of last stream, I had met all of the goals for hitting affiliate, other than the followers. So I took to Twitter, I talked to a couple of friends, a couple of people, and everybody was just really nice, and there was just an outpouring of love. Everybody told their friends, and I managed to push up from 35 all the way to like 58 or something before this stream. It was nuts. Speaking of friends, hey, Char rigged my model for free, but I had to become a VTuber, that's why I'm here in the first place. I promised her I'd do some streaming, and I assumed I'd fall flat on my face, but I didn't fall flat on my face this time. So now I'm stuck. Or I owe her hundreds of dollars, I assume. Anyway, I'm joking. She's been great. She's been showing up to every stream. Just decide to smile or not, Avatar, come on. I need to work with the fucking settings, I guess. Yeah, I'm trapped. I mean, if I can, use this to actually help support myself, that I could just do this full-time, help other people who are trying to get into doing it full-time, I'd love that, It's a dream of mine since I was a kid, to play video games for a living. Although not quite in this fashion, as a fairy. Well, I mean, can't be helped. She's a cute fairy, isn't she? Hey, before my first stream, I thought, like, nobody would be interested. Everybody would just turn it off because, male voice, female avatar. I wouldn't watch that. At least I thought so at the time, but no. Everybody's just been so supportive. They're like, here's some vocal training tips. Here, oh, you don't have to worry too much about it. It's fine. And, I guess I'll do the vocal training on my own time anyway. Just for D&D. I dungeon master a little bit, so it's good to have a couple of different voices you can do. I was practicing a couple of different things, like this. Like this. I'm not doing it now. I'm still got a sore throat. Or mouth or something, I don't even know. Okay, what's on my list of things to talk about here? Oh, thanks. The first 3 topics are thank everyone. Char's been great. Rory has been a massive help. Rory Emroy. He's another friend of ours. I don't think I have shoutouts. Does Nightbot just come with shoutouts now? Let's try it. It'd be nice if it did. Nope. Well, you can figure that out on your own. There's Story has been wonderful. Oh, jeez, I'd have to there's just so many people. My friend Gertie Gert, I've known him for a while now. We used to do VR chat together a lot, and I had this little fairy hand puppet I found, right? And I rigged it up. Well, I mean, it was rigged up to be a hand puppet. Like, the entire model was invisible, but the fairy, which was attached to your hand. So I, really enjoyed playing as a fairy there. That's part of the reason I agreed to this, actually. I got the Vespa model. I wanted it made in the same fashion. Why is that looping? Unfortunately, it proved to be pretty impossible for Caitlin to get it done. So instead, I have a T-posing Vespa that I can wave around. It's funny. But then we kind of just stopped playing VR chat together. We had a friend that we played a lot with, but they were, I shouldn't get into that. That's their business. Let's just say that they had some mental things to take care of. I'll leave it at that, okay? Oh, don't we all? I'm a fucking nut that would be cracked like a melon. What? Huh? What am I even talking about? Y- Just wanted to talk about a couple of things. There's some things I can explain. You know how I'm always constantly looking like over here or up? That's because I arranged my monitors so that one is to my left in the center and one is up and in the middle of my desk, sitting on top of my tower. They connect diagonally in the corner opposite to where they meet. So it's actually a nightmare setup for anybody who else. Like, there's no way anybody else would do it like this. Like, I go off the top right corner of the top right monitor to go to the bottom left corner of the bottom left monitor. And I can't change it because NVIDIA crashes every time I try and open it for like the last 2 years. I should probably fix that. But it's not a problem. Everything works. You know, duct tape and wire. But it's just been a great time. What else? Oh yeah, Gertie Gert. But he streams a whole lot. He's been streaming. He's been making content like on radio and shit for like 10 years, 20 years apparently. Uh, Last quote I got. He doesn't even keep track anymore. But he's just been wonderful. He lives in Australia, so we don't really sync up that much. But he rated me a whole bunch, and between that and everybody lurking to show support, I managed to get over that stupid 3.0 average viewers. And without that, this would not have been possible. I've tried streaming. I should get into this. I've tried streaming on and off since I was in college in 2010, 2013, 2012. Those years. That's around when I started D&D 2 as well. D&D 2 coming soon. I'm sorry. It's very awkward for me to open up like this. But I would always do maybe like a week of streaming, a month of streaming, and then gain no traction, run out of ideas, and just forget to turn OBS back on ever again for like years. And that is part of having a mental condition called ADHD. Tiny grum of spectrum, don't we all these days? Used to be called Asperger's syndrome, but nowadays that's not a valid diagnosis anymore. So it's more of a legacy thing. I have not been back to a mental specialist. I'm afraid that they would just throw me at the wall to fix me. And honestly, that'd probably work. But, actually, that's kind of hot. Anyway, I tried doing YouTube stuff with a group for like Terraria. I tried starting up my own. I tried for Starbound. I still run a clan for Starbound even. They're the best kind of people. Um, we don't, we're not for Starbound anymore. That's just where we started. But, you know, there are a lot of my friends who I did not tell about this. Or at least I told them and I'm like, you do not look up this channel. You do not come over here. I will get mad. I sort of want a bit of a disconnect between that stuff and Vespa stuff. You know what I mean? Um, I imagine that can't last forever, but it's sort of a personal boundaries thing, and I hope that people will at least respect that for a while. But I know how these kind of communities are, so I imagine that'll fall apart eventually. And I'm at peace with that. It's not like I have anything to hide over there. It's just, that's my personal stuff. This is sort of more of a hobby on the side. Although, God, I have so many friends through this. It's getting close. It's getting close to the other side, you know? There's so much to think about, so much to talk about. Usually I'm playing a game so I can at least pretend and, be a fool, be a clown on the side. But, I first off want to keep the streams short so I don't accidentally fall under any of those goals. I did have to stream though because the numbers won't update until I do. At least not for like another 24 hours or something. So I can't work on any of the stuff I've been working on until then. And I did want to do something like this, you know? Um, you probably noticed chibi on my wing. I talked to the artist who made this for me way back. Kumakun 9. I actually, they're under the video player. If you look down there, there's a Vespa you can click on. I think it goes to their Twitter or my link tree. I don't remember which one I saved. But they offered, or at least they approved. I asked them if I could use it for an emote, because I'm gonna get those soon, right? And they were cool with it. They're like, yeah. Uh, okay, so actually they linked me several clapping emojis of their bear character, but that is how they say yes. So, she's cute. Here, let me make her a little bit bigger. Oh, she's vanished. Oh God. Oh God. Somebody call 911. No, she's right there. I'll just stick her big on the wing there. Ignore the calibration for that. Look at her. She's so adorable. And soon she'll be my Twitch emote, and that blows my mind. I never thought I'd ever make like. I mean, at first it was partner, but then they added the affiliate system. So I never thought I'd ever have anything on Twitch, right? I thought, oh man, I blew it. I can't get it started up. Cannot get it up. Career completely flaccid. You know, executive career disorder. Career dysfunction. You need Viagra for that. Anyway, it'll be nice to, honestly, this right here, after getting an emote, I, I could write the entire thing off as a massive success when that happens. I will be very happy. Um, and if, other people want to post her around, that'll be great too. And then I can bring that money in, from donations or whatever. Although I live in the US, so it has to be like $100 a month to pay out. But um, I could use that money to get like more emotes, more stuff for the actual stream, and maybe make this thing into something real. And then I could take that, whatever the community that forms about me, because I certainly won't be responsible for what happens there. The community that has, congealed or something like that. And I'll be able to, do some good with that maybe. Charity stuff. Helping out other small time streamers so they can get their own, stuff going. It's a good thought. It's doing a lot for my emotional state. I started antidepressants during the summer, actually. Um, do they work? No fucking clue. Do they work? I have no clue. I just said the same thing twice. Um, am I going to stop taking them? No way in hell. I don't know if I'm any better, but I can imagine it gets much worse if I try and stop. At least, I'm not going to do that while I'm trying to get work. Speaking of which, that's been going garbage. I called up the temp agency, still nothing. I guess Indeed's just completely shut down all of their business. Not that Indeed's getting back to me either, but maybe, I don't know, giving me time to set this up so it's not like I really regret it. But why are you so big? We will stick you as a lapel pin. Okay, don't go in the boob. No, Vespa, come on. There we go. It's fine. Char has been wonderful as well. They even gave me a little sticker. Show their support. Between Char and my time off, I mean, Caitlin made me this model for VR chat to do D&D that never happened. Or hang out with Gertie, and that never happened. I was sitting on this model for over a year with nothing. It was just collecting dust. I felt weird using it alone in VR chat. It didn't feel like me. But now it sort of does. What does that mean? I don't quite know. I don't think I ever will. I don't think a lot of people ever figure that kind of thing out. But, I know that it doesn't matter. Because people accept it anyway. At least, most people. I imagine there'll be haters down the line. I imagine I'll have to field a whole bunch of assholes, but they can't say nothing I haven't said to myself in the past, right? That's not why I'm depressed. It's state of the world stuff, you know. Being empathetic has its downsides, but that's not what I'm trying to talk about right now, is it? God, who else is there to thank? There's just so many small-time VTubers, large, even like medium-time VTubers that have been really supportive. Fuck, like people I've known since before I was VTubing on older accounts. I told them about it. Um, One hater for every 100 supporters is a fine ratio. Yeah, I have a couple of things to make stickers that I can put on the screen. Like, you want some peanut butter to go with that jelly? uh, but I know where they're coming from, right? It's frustrating like, being a medium time streamer and slaving to put every brick down of that house that you've built for yourself, only to see somebody just buy one next door. It's not an emotion I want to ever experience, and it sucks that these people have to as well, right? God forbid I was the one causing it. I would hate that, but there's nothing I can do about it. It's not really my business to do anything about it either. But I can feel bad. Nobody can stop me from doing that, although they can definitely help with all the love and support that they pour out. It's great. Um, I was considering streaming a game, but I'm feeling a bit too sappy right now. Somebody followed me during this. It's 59 now. Oh, it was Anubis. I forgot. I mean, I saw him come in. I saw him follow, and then it didn't click to me that he followed the channel. I might be stupid. I might be very stupid. Oh, okay. The eyes kind of bug out if I look down. That's funny. I need to actually set up my numpad to do proper stuff here. Anyway, um, that was most of what I wanted to talk about. Does anybody have any questions? I mean, we got some people here who would be interested in asking something or other, I'm sure. I suppose I can answer that on Twitter. I want to get to reading that One Piece chapter that just came out. I saw it right before I went live, and I'm like, oh, come on. Okay, oh, there is one more thing. The art assets I've been using, right? I had non-commercial rights to use most of this stuff, right, for hobbies, right? I've talked to some of the artists and gotten permission to use it for more, but it'll take some time to talk to all of them because A, they live in Japan, B, I'm not allowed to talk to them at all, C, language barrier. Uh, so I'm going to be changing out some of the assets over time. Uh, Maybe they'll come back if I get the permissions for them again. Maybe I'll get new ones. We'll see. But for now, I just want to be safe and I don't want to use anybody's work without proper permissions. So if you see some stuff change, it's fine. I'm talking to them, gonna get myself banned from Scab like this, but, um, actually, a lot of Scab artists don't care that much. They're very nice people. Artists tend to be really nice too and supportive, thinking about it. Maybe it's just a creativity thing. Yeah, I'll grow up my assets for commercial use. I didn't want to step on any toes, you know? This character was not meant to become a streamer at first, right? That's only a very recent development, so a lot of those permissions weren't in consideration of commercial use at all, right? And it's not like I plan on selling any of the assets, personally. But I don't want them, being used for, you know, advertising or anything when they're sitting on my above my donation button or whatever, right? I do think you'd probably be fine just using them, but you cannot knock me for being official with it. That's why I sort of have to be. Because I could just get away with it if I wanted to, but I don't. That's not fair. I mean, I've paid money for these, but in Japan, they don't sell rights to use with commissions, so that's not included. That's usually like a different fee. Can I just ignore them? Could I just, use the art however I wanted? Sure. Would I be an asshole? Yes. Would I be able to live with myself? I don't think so. And I don't plan on taking that chance. But I digress. I've been wasting everybody's day for long enough. Usually I waste their mornings instead, right? Oh, I should actually hammer out a schedule, shouldn't I? Um, I've been really liking that 10 a.m. time slot I've been starting in. It's been good. Um, and it lets me raid my friends when they go live around midday. So I probably tentatively, very tentatively, write down a schedule that I don't plan to stick to at all. I mean that I'll attempt to stick to slightly. I mean that I'll try my best to stick to, I promise. Anyway, I do actually need to get this model fixed a little bit too, because there are some problems. Like, for example, we couldn't figure out how to get the hair ornaments on and still have the correct shader because it was Vroid. Apparently, by the way, Char, apparently it would have just worked. Apparently it would have just worked when loaded into VC Face. VC Face can do VR chat shaders. But, uh, actually, I think it's fine not having them too. It gives me a bit more of a cleaner look. But it's part of the character, so maybe for, an outfit design or something, I'll get those back on. But that's something for the future and something that would cost money. And money isn't coming in right now. I definitely need to find a job. Or I have to contact people who I've loaned money to in the past or something like that. God, there's too many of those. I'm, well, be nice and people will eventually show up to take advantage of it. But if you stop being nice, then you can't help the people that actually need it. So it's a bit of a catch-22 now, isn't it? And I want to help people. I do. Because this world, well, personally, I'm agnostic. And a lot of people find their faith, but a lot of people don't. Because there really aren't any surefire answers out there. So I want to make this world as good as I can for as many people as I can. And if I could do that, well, then I won't mind dying one bit. Eventually. I mean, everybody has to. So, whatever comes next, maybe I'll get to be a fairy. You know? But for now, what comes next is affiliate. And I plan to see how far I can go. What face are you making, Vespa? What the fuck was that? Okay, maybe I should work on those too. Did I try what then? The char. I don't have the files with the hair ornaments on because you didn't make those. You have those. You would have to do that, and I didn't want to ask it of you. Because I don't even think that would be rendered with the bones. The VR chat file, I don't think I can just drag and drop it in. It did need to be converted. I think I might have tried that like mid-August. No. I had the VR chat file for Vespa from Caitlin. She uploaded it to VR chat for me. But then you had to convert it off of Vroid into like an actual model file because it wouldn't work otherwise. Right? Which means you had to. Okay, I owe Char a lot because her and Rory definitely. Let's say they navigated the maze that Caitlin left them because you know how artists are the same way as coders. They do exactly what they were used to, and other artists see gibberish. That's why codes have that little annotation thing, that option, when you're doing like C++ and stuff. So you can put a note here that says, don't even bother trying to figure this out. We've been using it for 15 years and nobody knows what any of the dependencies are. We think one guy in Idaho is maintaining the whole thing, and if he takes it down off GitHub, everything collapses. That's true, by the way. That's a hell of a read if I could recommend one. So, yeah. Basically, the entire internet is like three guys keep the whole thing running off of just projects that they made when they were doing computers in the 80s, and the same fucking pillars support everything. Terrorist targets. Jesus. It wasn't too bad. I know, but I'm playing it up, Char. Mostly set up for VR chat, just grabbed, yeah. But it meant more to me than you can imagine, Char. I could not figure that out on my own. I tried. Only after you started, asking me about it. But I didn't even consider trying before that. Is there anything else to get into? Stay beautiful is the last thing on this list that I made, like 5 minutes before the stream. So yeah, you all better stay beautiful. It's on the list. You have to. You're gonna make me look like a fool if you don't stay beautiful. And I mean beautiful inside, not outside. Although being beautiful on the outside helps, I suppose. But if you're beautiful inside, then it doesn't matter what you look like on the outside. If you're only beautiful on the outside, people will find out. And then you're alone. You're a fool because I'm dead inside, says Fangs. Fangs, thank you for showing up even though I'm not playing Risk of Rain 2 right now, man. Fangs, I think you're like the first person that I don't know from somewhere else that keeps showing up, and I really do appreciate that. This is just a stream announcing some stuff, like the Vespa emote that I'm gonna have. Thanking people like Char, who have been nothing but help. And I don't know, I just wanted to gush a little bit. Don't be ugly on the outside, Char. You can't. You're already beautiful. That's like destroying Da Vinci. Always waiting for your time to attack, are you, your Fangs? Oh my god, I'm tired. I haven't been sleeping, I've been too excited. It'll eventually stop, but for now, it's just been good. I've been just sitting on Twitter for like 10 hours a day or some crap. Just meeting new people. And it's been wonderful. And I hope it will continue to be. I've seen my share of drama on there though. People like, oh, these people, they just show up and shoot past everybody. And they're right. It sucks to see, I would imagine. I don't have to imagine necessarily because I was there. I was that person who was trying and struggling and failing. And I only had so much effort left in me at that point. What was I saying about my model? Oh yeah, I have to be very careful with the faces, because if I let them combine, sometimes my bottom teeth will jut out the bottom of my jaw. Let me try. What was the button? I don't actually remember what I used to toggle this. There it is. Yeah, you see him there? So it needs a little bit of help. Why is my chat so tiny? I can't read it anymore. It's so tiny. I can see everything that's ever been said this stream. What the fuck did I press? I'm gonna have to take a look at this. Opera, what are you doing? Everything's so tiny. What? Everything is so tiny. What the fuck? I could see for miles. Alright, I can no longer read the chat, so I'm gonna get going. Let me play us off with, I don't know, Pulse Titania theme. I started with Titania theme, so let's play the Pulse version. I bought this a while back. It's so good. Check out the Pulse album. It's on the playlist that I link on the Twitter. I can link that at request too if anybody wants to listen to the music I use on here. Other than the Seidenfeld theme, which gets copyright claimed. Free use though. They're like, yeah, it's ours, but go for it, bitches. Anyway, I go on. I have no idea what song this is, actually. Oh my god, it didn't go next on my playlist. It just went next recommended. Never mind. I'm not playing anything off. We're just ending. Bye.